right now on Secrets of Louisville Chefs.
It's a beautiful thing.
Craft cocktails and innovative, made-from-scratch food in the heart of Linden.
Outstanding.
Absolutely.
This is your backstage pass to AP Crafters in Westport Village, where tacos are going Asian.
I couldn't get over the flavor.
Plus, bruschetta reaches a whole new level when it gets topped with something called bacon jam.
That's it, bacon jam. Beautiful, good stuff.
It's easy to make at home and impossible to resist once you take the first taste.
That's right.
You'll get the secrets to that, plus how to make your own rum raisin bread pudding.
It's fabulous.
Come with us for good eating, gastro pub style, at AP Crafters in Linden, right now on Secrets of Louisville Chefs.
The secret is
Secrets. Secrets.
give you one more secret.
Secrets.
That's the secret, yeah. It's another good secret.
Hey everybody, Kevin Harned with you with more positively entertaining programming right here on Secrets of Louisville Chefs, the show that takes you behind the scenes to some of your favorite restaurants. We've made our way to Westport Village and we've discovered AP Crafters. It's a gastropub that can fit the bill for just about anyone or any occasion.
No matter who you come with or what you do, you can have a great time here.
People enjoy it. It's a good atmosphere.
It's a great place to come. And the food's exceptional, really flavorful.
Everything is handcrafted at AP Crafters, and no matter what you might be in the mood for, the chef has you covered.
Everything on the menu is special.
From big old burgers and home-style grilled cheese sandwiches
Everything was excellent.
to more exotic things like tacos made with Korean barbecue short ribs.
I can say that is the first time that those two combinations have come together, and I was pleasantly surprised.
The seafood is a standout.
My favorite was the salmon.
And wait until you try the bacon bruschetta, made with what they call bacon jam.
That's it, bacon jam. I've had people call it, heaven on bread.
The desserts are heavenly too, like this rum raisin bread pudding.
Right here on the plate.
We have a lot of food that people are very familiar with, but we put a slightly different twist on it.
And then you've got the outside area with the open fire pit.
I just love it.
Love it. Love the fire pit and everything outside.
The fire pit on the patio is the perfect place to relax and warm up with a glass of wine. And nothing goes better with that than some of that bacon bruschetta.
It literally is just what it says, bacon jam. I mean, it's sweet, it's salty, it's savory, it's smoky, it's beautiful.
Chris Van Hooser, like most of us, is a big fan of bacon. He grew up in Kentucky, and he's been cooking all his life.
My mother and my grandmother started to show me how to cook, and by the time I was 11, my mother would tell me what needed to be on the table when she got home. Tonight it's gonna be fried chicken, white gravy, mashed potatoes, green beans. I'll be home at 5:30, see ya.
Nowadays, Chris makes his own menus with his own recipes, and this bacon bruschetta is definitely one of his favorites.
It's really not a difficult recipe. Any home cook can do it in a matter of 20 minutes. We're gonna start out with our bacon jam, which is the cornerstone to the bacon bruschetta. We'll start out by rendering down a little cherrywood smoked bacon over in a saute pan. And we're just gonna cook this down until it's nice and golden brown. So that bacon will take approximately 15 minutes to cook down. While the bacon is cooking down, I'm gonna get together the rest of the ingredients for the bacon jam. And that's gonna be a little red onion, a little brown sugar, some pancake syrup. That's right, gotta add a little extra sweetness in there. A little hot sauce, a little apple cider vinegar, and some water.
All of that will eventually go right into the pan with the bacon.
See where all the grease starts to bubble up like that? That's how you can tell that it's all cooked out. Everything's nice and brown. And this will cook for approximately another 10 minutes, reduced by half. The color will get just slightly darker. Like I said, it'll get about the color of molasses.
At that point, everything goes into a food processor, and comes out like this.
This is the finished right here. That's it, bacon jam. It is literally as it sounds, it's bacon jam. It's nice, sweet, salty, smoky, savory, beautiful, good stuff. And now we just put it together. Sourdough, a little rosemary. It's artisan bread. Lightly toast this off and then some grill marks on it. We'll put this lovely goodness here. Just slather it right on there.
He cuts the bread into sections and then tops each piece with even more goodness.
So we start off with a little bit of cubed brie. Top that with a little baby arugula. Add cherry tomatoes. And I put a little caramelized onion. That right on top. And finally, we will finish this with just a little bit of candied walnuts. And that's just a little bit of sugar, powdered sugar, corn syrup, walnuts, and a touch of salt. This is the bacon bruschetta.
Bacon bruschetta, a must-have at AP Crafters.
The bacon bruschetta was great with caramelized onions and the sweet and the tart of the caramelized onions and the brie and the sourdough bread was a winner.
Delicious.
At first taste, they said bacon. Well, okay, right, we have an item in your mind with regards to what that is, and all of a sudden it just slaps you right alongside the face, and you just kind of pucker up and go, oh wow, really, really good. Makes your mouth water just talking about it right now, let alone tasting it.
It's fabulous.
More fabulous flavors are coming up next from AP Crafters here on Secrets of Louisville Chefs. Next, it's pan-seared salmon with a secret ingredient that we're about to reveal.
I should definitely order that again.
And later, an exotic taco that takes almost a week to make.
But they're completely worth the wait.
We'll show you everything that goes into them coming up on Secrets of Louisville Chefs. Hey everybody, welcome back to Secrets of Louisville Chefs. I'm Kevin Harned. We've made our way to Linden here at Westport Village, where there's plenty of good shopping and lots of great eating. For pizzas and subs, there's the Boom Bas, and you can even find some of the best sushi in town here at Hiko Amon, along with a lot of hearty entrees too. Napa River Grill is a hot spot for wine and California-inspired cooking, and then there's a place that offers a little bit of everything. AP Crafters.
We have something for everybody.
Being a neighborhood family-style restaurant, a little bit rolled into one for everybody.
Have something for, honestly, for everyone. We really don't exclude anyone, where a lot of times you find that people are shooting for a certain demographic or a certain crowd. We want everybody to come in and enjoy AP Crafters.
Whether you want Asian, Italian, or good old American flavors, you'll find them here.
Something that's everybody knows and is comfortable with, but give just a little interesting change to it.
I had some of the short ribs, which were scrumptious, and I will definitely be seeing those again soon.
The menu is international, but back in the kitchen, you'll find that most of the chefs are homegrown.
Everybody that works here, excellent people. We're just, down-to-earth good people.
And they all got an early start on their careers as chefs, like line cook Ross Hatton, who started in the kitchen feeding his 4 younger siblings.
I've cooked for them my whole life. Always enjoyed helping my mom in the kitchen during the holidays.
Ross was a pre-med student, then followed his heart to a career in cooking, which he says is not much different than the medical field.
On your feet, high-pressure situations, interacting with people.
Today, Ross is preparing AP Crafters pan-seared salmon, and he's revealing the secrets so you can do it at home. You'll need some baby spinach, red onion, cherry tomatoes, and of course, a nice piece of salmon, along with a secret ingredient that we'll get to in just a minute.
This is our dry rub. It's a mixture of white pepper, salt, and coriander. Just gonna go ahead and get the dry rub on the other side.
The salmon goes right into a hot pan lined with olive oil.
And I'm just gonna get a sear on that side. Just gonna try and get that bottom a nice crust. I'm gonna go ahead and get our red onions in there. Throw in our cherry tomatoes.
Next, the secret ingredient, a mixture of white balsamic vinegar and honey.
This is our herb butter. It's got a little salt and pepper in it. It's got chives in it, parsley. Again, real simple. The salmon's just about done. Usually you can see fat render out of the side. You see the oils and the fat will start coming out as the inside of the salmon is cooked.
At this point, the salmon comes out of the pan, but the onion and tomatoes stay in, as the chef adds baby spinach and slightly wilts it.
And now we're just gonna plate it. It's pretty simple.
It was delicious.
Really enjoyed it.
And I especially love the spinach with it.
It was just cooked perfectly. Loved it.
I'm a big salmon eater, and I ordered a lot when I'm out, and I thought it just had a really great balance of flavors and just a really great dish. I definitely order that again.
And it was just outstanding.
You can't beat the salmon for lunch or dinner. And when it comes to the cocktails, everything at the bar, it's top shelf too.
Great company, great cocktails.
Specialty cocktails like this, a martini made with Kentucky bourbon. Bartender Donovan Duckworth shows us the secrets to that.
First, what we do is we chill the glass. Use a shaker full of ice.
An ounce and a half of your favorite bourbon comes next. Then a half ounce of triple sec.
Cranberry juice. Usually right around 3/4 of an ounce.
Then, as they say, shake vigorously.
Keep shaking it for roughly about a half a minute. Then we're going to pour it out, strain it into the glass. We're going to garnish it with a cherry, fresh orange.
That's just one of a dozen specialty cocktails on the menu here at AP Crafters. They offer even more from the tap, like this locally brewed beer called Optimus from the New Albanian Brewing Company. And since this is a gastropub, there's just as much emphasis put on the crafts coming out of the kitchen.
And the food's exceptional, really flavorful.
Up next, the head chef takes us behind the scenes and reveals the secrets to his short rib tacos.
Really love the short ribs.
Hear the story of what inspired the recipe and why it takes almost a week to make.
Short ribs, long time.
Plus, you don't want to miss dessert.
I tell you what, I love that rum raisin pudding.
It's a new twist on an old favorite, and we're going to show you the secrets to making it yourself when Secrets of Louisville Chefs continue. Hey everybody, Kevin Harned back with you on the Secrets of Louisville Chefs, the show that takes you behind the scenes to some of your favorite restaurants. And this time we found a true gastropub in Westport Village, right here at AP Crafters.
Great restaurant for families. Bring your kids and have fun.
Good, laid-back, and intimate atmosphere.
The AP stands for Anthony Palambino, who's the man behind the Tony Boombas restaurants here in Louisville and now in other states as well. The Crafters refers to a wide selection of craft beers on tap in a pub-like bar area.
The bar is great, and you kind of got an intimate feel with the great specialized cocktails.
Great atmosphere. The bar is great.
And while it feels like a pub, you can tell there's also sharp focus on food at AP Crafters. Much of the decor revolves around vintage cookware. The first thing you'll notice when you walk in is the floor-to-ceiling shelving filled with porcelain and glass vessels. It feels a lot like a kitchen. Not surprising, because here they definitely take food seriously.
Absolutely.
That said, the chefs in the back have a secret ingredient that seems to make everything taste better.
We have fun here.
We all have fun. We have a lot of great staff. A lot of people that are eager to learn, and they're hard workers.
Chris Van Hooser is in charge of the kitchen. He grew up in Louisville and then did a stint in the military before coming home to the Bluegrass.
When I was stationed in Korea, one of my favorite things to eat was the Korean barbecue short ribs. And so that was the inspiration for the marinade and the flavors that are involved in the short rib tacos. So I decided to bring some of those flavors here.
The short rib tacos are a signature on the menu at AP Crafters and a favorite among many.
It's definitely one of the staff favorites.
And if you have time, you can make these at home because Chef Chris is revealing all his secrets. He has beef ribs with the bones removed, which will go into his special Korean-style marinade.
Marinade begins with a little bit of Korean chili flake, some dry garlic, a little ground ginger, some sugar, chopped fresh ginger, chopped fresh garlic, sesame oil, soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, and a little ginger ale. This marinade is going to go directly onto the short ribs, where it is going to sit for 72 hours.
Short ribs, but not a short marinade.
That's right, short ribs, long time, but they're completely worth the wait. And we'll braise that for 12 hours, just covered, and cook it at 200 degrees for 12 hours. You know, 3.5 days, almost a full week go into it before you even get to eat it. When I pull it out, we let it cool from the oven in the walk-in for at least 6 hours. Let it cool in its own juices. That way it'll rehydrate, it'll absorb all of the marinade and all of the cooking jus back into the short rib. Those have been braised, cooled, and portioned, and we sear it off using the cooking jus on the flat top. So just kind of really intensifies all the flavors that are already going on. This is the cooking jus from the short ribs. We actually just use this, ladle it right on it, and let that caramelize onto the meat. Like I said, that helps intensify all the flavors that you already put into it. All that soy, that sugar, that ginger ale, everything, all that good stuff we put in there, that's intensifying right now on this meat.
The short ribs will go on tortillas, along with Korean-style pickled vegetables.
The veg mix is daikon radish, carrots, red peppers, cucumbers, and a little green onion. And basically that is just a quick marinade in soy sauce, sesame, a little sugar, a little rice wine vinegar, and more Korean chili flake. Get all in the pool. And as thin as these vegetables are cut, it takes no time for that marinade to permeate. Yeah, you can do this minutes. There's our pickled veg. We've got 3 lightly grilled flour tortillas. And we're just gonna lay these planks in here. I'm gonna add the pickled veg right on top. Finish it off with a little bit of picked cilantro leaves and a couple of limes to garnish, and that's it.
Really love the short ribs.
Just melt in your mouth. Phenomenal flavor and taste. Texture was just great with everything.
Between the pickled vegetables and the marinade of the spare ribs, outstanding.
Lucas Flights is my sous chef. I've known him for a number of years.
I actually met Chris down at St. Joseph's Church. We both volunteered to do a dinner for the German Heritage Festival that they have down there.
She's an outstanding cook, outstanding person.
We've served roughly about 1,000 dinners, just me and him. It was an amazing dinner, and that's how we met. We met through the church.
So I guess you could say the partnership of Chef Chris and Lucas is a match made in heaven, as is the combination of rum and raisins in this special bread pudding that Lucas came up with for AP Crafters.
I started doing this to try to use up some old cinnamon rolls that we had sitting around.
The rum raisin bread pudding was phenomenal.
Loved it.
It's easy to do yourself at home when you learn the secrets. You'll need a quart of heavy cream, a quart of milk, and several dry ingredients mixed together in a large pot.
So actually I'm gonna add the salt, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, coriander, vanilla extract.
He mixes that evenly and then adds a little bit of his heavy cream.
Just gonna work that around. If you don't do that, it'll be clumpy, it'll be lumpy. You'll get lumps of the spices in there. So you wanna kinda do that so it all gets homogeneously incorporated. And I'm gonna add the rest of the heavy cream and our 2% milk. And I will take this to the stove. I'm gonna set it on a medium heat so I can scald the milk. All right? You just wanna come to a light simmer. It doesn't really need to boil. If it does go to boil, it'll boil over. Be very careful of that. You have a big mess.
Next, he'll add sugar to 20 egg yolks that have been separated from the whites.
I'm gonna whip this until it turns light yellow, whipping air into the mixture, and we're also dissolving the sugar. Get you a light workout also. That's about right. See how it's ribboning? That's right. Perfect. The trick to this is to not scramble your eggs. How we do this is a tempering process where you take the hot liquid into the cold egg yolks, and this will cause you to heat this gradually without turning it into scrambled eggs in the bowl, because you don't want sweet scrambled eggs in a bread pudding. Just an 8-ounce ladle, and just slowly add it in. Mix that around, and the bottom of the bowl starts feeling like the temperature of the liquid. You're okay to add it back in. So I'm gonna do that whisking constantly. Slow, steady stream once again. I do not want to scramble those eggs. Now we're gonna bring this back up to a slow simmer again. Basically, I just made a loose custard that I'm gonna be pouring over the bread. All right, good healthy coating of cooking spray.
Remember, we're making bread pudding here, not custard. So for the bread part, the chef has cubed up brioche, which is actually some unused buns for the hamburgers at AP Crafters.
We're just gonna pour the custard over the bread and get it good and incorporated. Mix this in really good so everything gets coated, all the pieces. Now I'm gonna add the chopped walnuts, and then we've got golden raisins that have been rehydrated and then macerated in Myers dark rum. All right, now we're gonna go straight into our well-greased hotel pan. That looks good. Now I'm gonna cover this with some parchment paper and some foil. We're gonna bake this for an hour and a half at 350.
When it comes out, the chef serves it piping hot, like this.
Right here on the plate, we're gonna put a big scoop of vanilla bean ice cream on there, some whipped topping, and some salty caramel sauce. We'll finish this right off.
We have made short order of this dessert. Just really could have had one to myself. I don't really think I want to share the next one.
It was amazing. It's definitely a reason to come here.
One of many reasons to come here. We've certainly enjoyed ourselves. Thanks to the chefs in the back and everyone up front for their hospitality. We appreciate you watching. And if you're looking for the recipes, you can find them on our website at newlocaltv.com. On behalf of all of us at B&B Productions, I'm Kevin Harnett, and we'll see you next time on Secrets of Louisville Chefs.
Marshmallow Chardonnay at a fire pit. I'm done.
Serve some